what's the best advice you can give all of us when we hit the biggest challenge we have to face? It's this, and it's a very important reminder you got to remind yourself always. Whenever we face something that seems troubling, challenging, remind yourself to the truth. It is never the problem that's the problem. The problem is the size of us in relation to the problem. That's what you're labeling as a problem. Let's say, for example, you are a level 5 character in strength of mind as well as strength in your heart, and you come across a level 10 problem. From a level 5 perspective, when you agree, a level 10 problem would be a huge freaking problem. That would be a challenge. But let's say you commit to growing yourself, evolving yourself, reinventing yourself, strengthening yourself mentally, spiritually, psychologically. And now you become a level 15 person, yes? And now you come across that level 10 problem, the same one. When you agree, all of a sudden, that same problem now seems like a little problem. Cute problem. Stroking a little kitten problem. Yes? In short, it's never the size of the issue that's an issue. What your mind is labeling as an issue is size of you in relation to that challenge. That's what you're saying is challenging. So anytime you are finding the circumstances is getting the better of you, you got to remind yourself to commit to growing yourself. Now, the one thing you can do in that immediate instance when you're going through a challenging situation is you got to use your psychology to its advantage here, because the studies have shown in a brain scan that some people perceive failures and these challenges as a threat. And when you trigger the threat response in your physiology, your psychology, all of a sudden you're training your body and mind to run away and avoid these so-called threatening situations. That prevents growth. But some rare few amongst us, we perceive it as an actual challenge, not as a threat. We tell ourselves not, this is threatening me. We say, this is challenging me. Do you notice how you feel immediately different the moment you say to yourself, this is challenging me versus this is threatening me? Do you see the energetic difference? How your mind, body is reacting differently? Yes? There was a study conducted amongst one of the worst tortures that these prisoners had to endure during the Vietnamese War. These psychologists got fascinated because a lot of these American soldiers had come out of that horrific experience with CPTSD. They were shocked, however, to find that not all the soldiers had actually come out worse. Some soldiers actually came out better as a result of that bitter experience. And how they were able to actually come out better was all due to what they're telling themselves in their mind. Some of them was seeing it as a threat, which was triggering the threat response. Some soldiers were actually seeing it as a challenge. They were seeing it as a chance for them to grow, strengthen mentally, emotionally, so they can endure this experience. So all of a sudden, they experienced PTSD, post-traumatic self-development. You like that? They experienced some growth as a result of that traumatic experience. They became bitter instead of better. Making sense? So when you're going through a challenging moment, you got to remember, instantly see it as a challenge. That's a great program to be programming yourself with. Now, after that, in your own time, you got to strengthen your mind, body. You got to be polishing the empowering beliefs. Yes? That way, when you face that same issue next time round, it no longer phases you. Remind yourself this. Some people believe, sometimes because people have issues involving money, some people believe that one day when I got all the money in the world, I'll have no problems. But is that really true? Do you have no problems when you got a lot of money? People with a lot of money listening to this, they're like, Tim, I've got so many problems, right? But the only difference is, think about this. Individuals who have accumulated a lot of wealth, they have grown themselves to the extent what was once a problem is not a problem. So they become very good at handling problems. Yes? So the name of the game is not to have no problems, because problems will always be there. The name of the game is to commit to growing you. So that way, what was once an issue is no longer an issue. That's when you can experience these beautiful moments in life called having bad, great days. is when you can get to a point where all of a sudden everything during this moment is wonderfully, terribly day, right? You're all of a sudden taking control of your mind, body. So that's what we can do. There are some habits I've just revealed. Do that over and over again. All of a sudden, you'll grow yourself to the extent that what was challenging will no longer be an issue for you.